Good morning, metalheads. My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and today we are going to be talking about the quiet carry drift. But I have all 6 of these knives out here just to show you. All 6 of these are sent in by my friend Craig for me to use on the channel. Check out one of these knives I requested, which was the Kaiser Genie. The other 5 were 5 that he thought I would enjoy and like, and he was very accurate. Yeah, he has very good taste in knives. So yeah, very cool. 6 very cool knives here. We'll go ahead and let you know that I have purchased one of these knives. Not these you see sitting here. One of these knives I've already ordered. It should be in the mail right now on its way here to the channel. And yeah, which one do you think I've already bought? Well, first off, let me give you a couple of hints here, or a little help in your decision making. I may be buying this one directly from Craig, so it wasn't that one. So we're going to leave it at that for now. You'll get some more hints along the way, but comment below which one you think I bought. So, this knife, the Quiet Carry Drift, this is quite possibly the best EDC knife out there. In my opinion, it's the best EDC knife that I've had the pleasure of handling and having in hand and having here on the channel. It's so good, guys. This thing is ridiculously good. And on top of having really good action, the materials it's made of make it almost corrosion proof, right? You got Van X super clean steel, titanium frame lock, even the lock bar insert is LC200, LC200N. The pocket clip stainless steel, all the screws are titanium. I mean, this thing is made to be around salt water, right? So, yeah, normally when, a knife is designed for a specific purpose like that, you lose something somewhere, right? Something has to, there's a little give and take. And if you want all that corrosion resistance, then you may have to give up on action or something like that. Well, with this one, action is not an issue. Action is so good. It's on washers also, phosphorus bronze washers, which helps with the corrosion resistance. I mean, this is a knife that will last for generations. You can give this knife to your kid, and your kid can give it to your grandkid, and it may even go longer than that. I mean, depending on how much they use it and sharpen it, it may last longer than that. This knife will be around for a long time. 1,000 years from now, after a meteor hits the earth, they may be digging these, probably 2,000 years, because they have to build civilization back up. They may be digging these out of the ground somewhere as artifacts. So that's how this thing is built. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say that. This is something that, I'm kidding. It will eventually corrode over enough time, but it's going to take a long time before you have to worry about anything like that with this knife. And yeah, out of every knife you see here, all 6 of these knives, this is my favorite knife. Love it. And you're probably wondering, well, of course, that's the one you ordered, right? Well, no, here's another hint for you. This one is available at quietcarry.com, this exact model. But they have another version of this model that has milling in the titanium, and it's only like $10 more. That one's currently sold out. I'm looking to see if, I'm sending some messages to see if they're going to get that one back in stock, or if that was a limited run, or what's going on with it. Haven't looked on the secondary yet. But if it was a limited run, they're not going to get it back in stock. I'm probably just going to order one of these just like this, because this thing is great. And this is a knife you put in your pocket, and you don't have to worry about it. They are expensive, $300 for this knife, but for what you're getting, the quality of the build, the materials used, the action, I mean, it's well worth it in my opinion. Well worth it. The ergonomics on this knife are so good. So good. Even back here, they're great. You can barely feel the pocket clip, but it's not going to be a hot spot. But when you choke up to that finger choil, pocket clip just disappears. You don't even realize it's there anymore. You got some jimping right here for your thumb to rest on. You got so much control right here. Feels so good in hand. Got a very slicey blade. I think the blade's thickness is 90 thousandths. Let me verify that real quick. Yeah, 90 thousandths on the blade thickness. So almost a full flat grind. Well, it's full flat to here, and then you got a little flat up here where it flattens out a little bit, but almost a full flat grind. The choil, finger choil / sharpening choil, I mean, you're going to be able to sharpen this knife down to there. Take that much of that blade off before you even have to worry about it, right? Yeah, they thought about a lot with this knife when they built it. Put a lot of thought into this one. And they did a fantastic job also. The detent is perfect. It's money. It's stout, but not too stout. I mean, you can reverse flick it easy. Thumb flick is money. No flipper tab, which I greatly appreciate. I don't want a flipper tab. Flipper tab, reason I don't like flipper tabs, two reasons. Going in your pocket, sometimes they get caught. And then when you're cutting, you know, that flipper tab gets in the way and you got to always cut up at an angle like this, right? To where if that flipper tab's not there, you can cut flat. So I definitely prefer a knife without a flipper tab. Unless it's this knife. This knife can have a flipper tab because the flipper tab knows its role and gets the hell out of the way. Overview coming of the Pena Apache soon also. Alright, let's get these out of the way here and give you some specs and some size comparisons. We'll be seeing videos on all these knives, except this one. You did see a disassembly on the Rockwall, and I installed some skiffs on it, but I'm not going to do an overview or review of this one yet because I think Craig needs this one back, so I got to send this one back. But man, the action's so much better. So much better. Yeah, with skiffs, drastic improvement there. All right, give you the specs real quick. Also, want to let you guys know, my phone was had an iPhone 12, and something happened with it. I don't know if it's from having it in my pocket at work or what, but the battery started to swell and lift the screen open. I had to go buy a new phone. So this is an iPhone 13 Pro, which has the triple lenses. I don't know if it's going to improve the video quality or not. You guys let me know. I should have asked that at the beginning of the video because a lot of people don't make it this far in the video. But maybe the next video I'll ask, you know, do you see any difference in the video quality from the iPhone 12, regular 12, to the iPhone 13 Pro? All right. Blade length is 2.98 inches. Body length is 3.94 inches. It's a drop point blade, Vanac super clean steel, 6AL 4V titanium frame lock, LC200 N on the lock bar insert, and phosphorus bronze washers. Blade thickness, I already told you, is 90 thousandths. Open length is 6.94 inches. Flat ground blade, and yeah, great knife. Weight, they claim, is 2.6 ounces, which feels accurate. It's very lightweight. To be a titanium frame lock knife, extremely lightweight. .8, drop it. 2.7. Let's turn that off and back on. Try that one more time. .7 ounces. So they're close enough to call it accurate for me. A tenth of an ounce isn't that big of a deal. That could be my scales, not the knife. We give you some size comparisons real quick. So if you're into this knife, you're probably thinking about other knives in the same price range. So let's go ahead and bring out the Rockwall. Very close in size there. Another knife I really like. And we'll go ahead and, since it's out here, the Pena Apache, we'll go ahead and use these knives sent in as comparisons first. Then I'll do some of the regulars. The Rockwall skiffs, man. Skiff your Rockwall if you haven't already. I'm telling you. How about the Wiha Spree? A little shorter than the Wiha Spree. And the Kaiser Genie. Quite a bit shorter than the Genie, but the Genie's a lot thinner. And we'll go ahead and bring out the Microtech SOCOM Thumb Snatcher. This thing is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's a great knife. It really is a great knife, but I would never carry that knife. Just gonna say. I mean, maybe if I was a Navy SEAL or in the military and I had to protect myself with my knife, I might carry this beast. It's just too big to put in my pocket. And man, I would end up losing a thumb. It's so drop shotty. We call things drop shotty. We don't know what it means until you get something like this in hand. Then you learn what drop shotty really is. And we're at an angle here. I mean, it's only a matter of time if I keep playing with it, it's going to get me. And this one, where it comes down, it's going to get you. And it's got a little tip right there where the sharpening choil's cut in. It's going to cut me. Alright, we'll go ahead and do the Benchmade bug out, which is a pretty good comparison. It's a little shorter in the bug out, but not by much. the Spyderco pair of 3. And since I love it and just got done building it, well, except for the pocket clip, the Dimco AD 20.5. So in my opinion, it's a great EDC size knife. It's a little short, but with that sharpening choil, it doesn't feel short in hand. I mean, even without using the choil, I can get all 4 fingers on there easily, and I have a medium-sized hand. But when I choke up here, I mean, there's plenty of room there. A larger hand could definitely carry this knife and use it comfortably. The fit and finish on this knife is just fantastic. They did such a good job. Everything is so soft to the touch. There are no sharp edges anywhere on this knife. Not a single one. Except, I mean, even the thumb stud isn't sharp. The only sharpness you're going to find is just a little bit of jimping, honestly. But everything else, it just feels, I know it's made of metal, and saying it feels soft sounds kind of odd, but it feels soft. It feels soft in hand. It feels so comfortable in hand. Yeah. And these are, I guess this is a stonewash finish on these handles. It's stonewash, and then I don't know if it's slightly polished. It's not a typical stonewash. It has a little polish into it, and then I think they stonewashed it and then slightly polished it, would be my guess. I don't think it was blasted or anything. It just looks like it was stonewashed and polished. Whatever it is, it's really, really good. You do have a hidden lanyard hole, I think. Maybe not. I'm looking to see if you can get a lanyard to there. I don't see an opening go all the way through. So, no, I don't think they did put a spot for a lanyard. So I'm curious what that little cutout is right there, because there's no hole going through anywhere. So I don't know what that's all about. But oh, there is a lanyard hole. Jeez, man, duh. So you're looking at the top to see if it could cut through this way, and the lanyard hole's on the side the entire time. But it's just on one side. That's what threw me off. That's different. It doesn't go all the way through. It's just on the clip side. Interesting. So they didn't put it on the show side. I didn't think there was a lanyard hole over here, and when I saw it, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? How did I miss that? Okay, makes sense now. That's why I missed it. Wasn't paying attention. Hole's only on one side. Another well thought out, so the show side looks better. They thought this knife out so well. Everything about it. Every little piece of this knife was planned out. It wasn't rushed. You can tell the design of this knife and implementation of this knife, it was not rushed. They thought about everything. Love this knife. I will own one of these in the very near future, but I want the one with the milling if that's at all possible. If not, then I will own this knife in particular. Well, not this one. This one's Craig's, but I'll order my own one of these. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you own any quiet carries, the Drift, or any of the other quiet carries, the Waypoint looks pretty interesting also. Leave a comment below. What do you think about it? Thank you to all my subs. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And all of you, make sure your notifications are turned on, because YouTube has a bad habit of turning that off for some reason on the channels I subscribe to. So check and make sure your notifications are still on. All right, guys, thanks again, and I will see you on the next one.